so we got a 16 and an 8. That was easier than I expected. That's good. Right, okay. So we have a 16 and an 8. We've got to solve the dice roll, obviously. There was a void. Should be able to do them. The main problem is trying to do this 16 with one person. Yeah, that's tricky. I've only got one assist as well. Assist is best up there. Tech or the commander. Slightly better chance of the tech, yeah. So I send the tech up to ad set. I think so. Right. Okay, so we're going to send the tech up here. Hopefully, not necessarily, hopefully the tech can complete this on their own. If not, then, you know, I'll figure something out. So the tech goes up here. You know, if not, probably the captain will, yeah, the captain will assist. Then, of course, the specialist goes to here, and the commander goes to here. I mean, I could do it the other way around. Wouldn't make that much difference. So I know what we're doing. Gonna aim for, I think, disaster reduce or error check. Either of these. So we're gonna try and build up. We're not gonna buy the research this turn, so we're just gonna get as much as we can. Right. Okay. So tech. Okay, that didn't help because I need to solve it in one person. And there goes the assist. Right. The expected dice I'm rolling, you'd expect for me to roll a 3? Slightly less than a 3. I re-roll the numbers. Now, if I buy the assists, that's awful on the stasis. That would waste them again. It'd be great on at least one void. You know, if I hit a single void, it would be great, but if I hit stasis, it's bad. So it's uncertain if it's good or bad if I buy the assists. That's a tricky one. Okay, the assist is tricky. The benefit is between 0 and 4, so the average benefit is maybe 2. So, you know, it's just for repairs. Right. I think I'm going to reroll all of these. What am I aiming for? I've already got 8, so I need 8. I haven't got the best chances in the world to get 8, but I don't really see, you know, other than, you know, red barring her. I can't see a reason not to reroll all these. Unless, of course, I'm going for... That said, I could assume that I'm not going to roll 8. Right? So, the captain works on this. How many events this turn? 4. Week. Week 5. We're on week 5. Yeah. Okay. So I can use 2 people on this. So I can start banking. Nah, I think Captain can bank 2 though. I don't really know. But I could bank 2 of these and then roll the last one and hope the Captain does better. You know, I could even save the 2 assists for the Captain. But again, if he rolls 2s, that's kind of annoying. It's not the end of the world though if he rolls 2s on his first roll. It's not the end of the world if he rolls 2s on his second roll. And then of course you won't be reducing it by much at all. I already burned all the assists. This is such a pain. Such a royal ultra pain. Let's see what we get if I re-roll. I got 9, 11. Right? 8, 9, 11. If I re-roll, and that's like a 5, I've solved it. That'll solve all my problems for now. Let's see what happens. Yeah, very annoying. Maybe I should roll both the ones. What was my reasoning against just re-rolling them all? I think it's because I could put it into research. That was the only reason against re-rolling them all. If I keep this, I've still got 10. And I'm only rolling for 6. That's great. Let's see what happens. I'll re-roll both the ones. Please, no 4s. Oh, it's a slight improvement, so can't complain. You know, I could certainly lower it enough so that the Captain should be able to fix this, but you never know. What you roll all 4s? If I put the 6 in, right, I want to make it so that the 4s don't matter. So if I roll 4s, they don't really matter as much. So ideally, to do that, I'd want to get it under, preferably under 4. So if I put everything in apart from the 1, I've done that. Then 4s don't matter as much. I mean, they still matter. Or by the assists. Yuri has a female narrator and is the sole survivor. Right, okay. Now, let's put the 6 in. Let's put it all in. Apart from the 1. See how the Captain does. Oh, come on. It would be a 4. Right. Oh, wow, he rolled badly. Wow, but really? I can't even bank at the 2. He's going to re-roll this. Come on, give me a 5 or something, or 1. You know, you give me a 1. You know, why would I need anything else? Ooh. Sucked. These are just sitting in the chair. This guy's upside down. Why isn't he using the chair? The upside down chairs are less useful. Right. There. Stick the one down the hatch here, or up the hatch even, because that's out to space. Right. Right. I'm going to send the specialist over. Watch him get stuck at the end of the ship and not be able to move and stuck on 1 health. Right, okay, so we got a 6 and a 2, we got a 4 and a 6. 6 and a 2. 4 and a 6. It's not bad. I need 2 to roll it. I also need a pair. If I hold the 6, the 6 and the 4, I've only got to roll. Okay. You know, I do want research as well. I don't really need the food. Maybe I should be focusing on that. Okay. If I get a 4 or higher, then I solve this and I get food. If I get a 3, that's fine. A 2, that's fine. If I get a 1, that would kind of suck. So, I mean, there's obviously a downside. But right now, I can't use the 4 anyway, right? So the 4's going in here no matter what. If I get a 1, 6. I've got 2 rerolls, but obviously I can't reroll the 1 because of stasis. Let's do it. Just don't be a 1. That's what. Oh, come on! Okay, it's a 1. It's almost telling me to re-roll these things. Honestly, that sucks. That's an extra dice that we can't use. But that's fine. The 4 would have gone by anyway. So, the 4 would have gone by anyway. It's fine. There's not enough blood here. Okay. Not much I can do about that. I mean, I still got a reroll, but there's nothing really that changes anything. I still got to put 3 dice in here. Hey! Oh, you think guys win? 10 wins in a row, nice. Right. Let's go. Let's go. Right. It doesn't matter if I don't solve this. Hopefully we do. Hey, D-Day! 2 3s, of course. Oh, come on! I said it didn't matter if I didn't solve this, but Right, let's re-roll and hope we don't get a 3. Let's hope we get a 5 or a 6. That would help. There's also an energy boost. If I get like a duplicate or something. Come on, 5 or 6. Not a 3. Not anything but a 3. That will do. That will do. That will do. Stop rolling on that. There we go. Wow. Four weeks to go. Just one food. Just do shit. It's not that bad. That was the only good roll that turn, I think. I don't know. And it's like what only 5 6, 1 in, 33% chance. So 1 in 3. It's not that lucky. Right. Besides, the the dice are physics based, so I wouldn't even know where to begin. Yeah, hacks. Plus food, right? We don't desperately need that. Minus 2 dice. Man. Let's do shit. Minus 1 dice for everyone. Trying to remember. Right. Well, that's coming up. 4th week, right? 4th week is bad. Okay, 4th week is bad. So we need all our dice. And we got 1 food. So I don't think I can take the minus dice to everybody one. XCOM 2, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't want to take. I don't want to take that. We need our dice. That's the stress option. It's not that bad. I lose 4 dice. I get 3 back, and I potentially gain another dice if I would have spent it on them. So I don't lose out here. This one loses on me on the 1 shit, but that's fine. My stress decrease, that's good. Now, this one doesn't come with a minus shit. It doesn't reduce stress by as much. Means that the captain's dice is going to be down to what? 1, and then buff back up to 4. That might work out though. And the commander's going to have the least dice, which might be okay because, mind you, I'd end up giving him food. So if I take this, I end up spending food on both of them. If I don't take it, I end up spending food on probably just the captain. So this one is... I'm pretty sure this one's technically better. I lose the 1 ship, but... Less stress. At least stress will be less of a problem. You remember when the first X came out, you needed to buy a new computer. I wouldn't want a 286. Might need a new computer to play the latest one. Alright, I'm going to take this. Obviously it puts the ship in a dodgy position, but, you know, we'll deal with it. Man, this turn's going to be hard. How am I going to do this next turn? Energy boost. Right, energy boost or disaster reduce or air check. They could all be my saviors. Let's take it, and then we, you know, if I survive the next turn, we're looking good. Right. I might ignore that -1 health wall. So what have we got for this week? We are on week 4. We have a... Oh, this is not as bad as I thought it would be. So we've got a 19 triple injury threat with double injury dice. We have the 17 triple hazard as well. And we have a 16 double hazard. Well, that's a lot of hazard dice. Right. I've only got 1 assist. Captain, obviously, he can die rolling here, I think. Yeah, especially with only 1 assist. I'd have to be pretty unlucky. I'd have to roll all 6s. Now, unfortunately, those are numbers that I'd want, but normally, not when it's a double injury dice. So the captain could go here. That would free up. Obviously, if he fails, he'd probably pick up the triple injury assist, so it's safer. Sorry, the triple assist. That would free up the tech. Specialist, the commander, yeah. Obviously, the commander and the specialist, they're not likely fixing something on their own. And it's also unlikely for tech. So we're probably going to make... Alright, I can't really skip the health wall, can I? Oh, man, because he's stuck there. So the commander might die. Right, so that is what disaster reduce and energy boost is for. It's to stop the commander dying. So the captain up there, that would also be a good one to disaster reduce, obviously. So yeah, maybe. I might be able to survive at this point, even on hard with 3 people, because it would give me a lot of. Do you know what I mean? It would give me a lot of meat. It's going to be rough. Because I have to survive week 3. You know, that's going to be tricky. But if I survive week 3, I hopefully can make it then to the end if I've only got 3 people. But, you know, obviously I don't want to lose a commander. Best options would be, you know, DR obviously, or... or energy boost. If I energy boost the specialist, she might be able to solve one of these on her own. Especially the one on the end, the flight control. Although it should take 1 move damage obviously. But the tech and the commander could try and work on that. Obviously the tech would want to provide assists for the commander. Now this is all assuming that the captain even solves that. Alright. Let's assume the captain don't solve that. What would I have to do? The captain, then somebody else. That would be tricky. That would certainly be tricky. The captain didn't solve this. Tech. 4 weeks. That's so quite a while. So I can't. I've got to fix this. I can't really rely on repairing. Captain. Tech.
Everything changes.
Yeah, tech's got to go over here. And provide assists. This is tricky, especially with the commander stuck here. What was the original plan? Captain here, then the tech here maybe. This is so tricky because there's so many things that can go wrong. Both of these can go wrong, and I need to really fix both of them. And Commander can't even leave because they're on 1 health now. So if everything goes wrong, the Commander's stuck trying to solve that 16 with 3 dice and not rolling the 3. Well, if the captain does amazing, no, the captain's got to do amazing though. Man, that's rough. This is a rough turn. Right, let's start off with the captain and see what happens. Because it's obviously a rough turn. Come on, do not roll too many 6s. You know, if you roll disaster reduce, that's good too. Right, that's good. 1 6. No, 2 6s. That's fine because you've got the health. You can safely reroll 1 dice. You know, apart from the fact, obviously there's a -1 health wall at the end of the ship that could kill. Right, okay. Let's hold these 6s. Right, he's gonna hold the 3 because he's, you know, he's risking things as he is. Now, I could re-roll both of these, but if I get 1 6, I'm risking the captain dying. He only gets a 5. The problem is the numbers I need to actually repair this in one go are also not great. I think I'm gonna go for the risk here. God damn it. If the captain dies and the commander dies, that's gonna make things very tricky. But if I re-roll, I've only got to re-roll a 3 or 4 or a 5 really. So if I just re-roll 1 and pray that I do not hit a 6. And if I do, we're just gonna have the most amazing set of rolls coming up afterwards. Right, so we're gonna roll. He's not gonna roll a 6. Anything else is fine, as long as it's not a 1 or a 2. Come on, we don't want a 2 or a 6. We don't want a 1. Yeah, that's perfect. I love that. That'll do. Man. Okay, let's solve it. Unfortunately, obviously, he didn't get the boost dice, but you know, the chances of him pulling off boosting dice as well, pretty low. At least that's done. Right, next crisis. We really need assists, so that the commander can at least do something. And you know, technically, we don't need to fix the CWP. I probably could though with the specialist. So I've got two options here. I can do the thing that I said before and try and solve all of these, or the tech can go into maintenance, try to repair the ship, then the spec goes over here to try to fix this, maybe, or something, and we just let this hit us. I don't think that's necessarily better. Okay, so probably spec, energy boost, and the tech's gotta come up with assists. Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. We can do this, we can do this. Come on, we can do this. You know, I may even get good cheap research down here. Yes, I can save I can save the commander as long as I get 3 research in. So you know, even if I don't get assists, or we don't fix this, you know, he can buy the anti-magic. So that's fine. That's fine. That's good. That gives me an out. Right. How hard was it? Hard is really hard. Was it worse than any of my hard ones? It could have been, couldn't it? It could have been. hard is one of those things. Right. The fewest I can fix this in is 3. That's pretty unlikely. So if I can fix it in 4, which I can, you know, I may as well just fix that, and then what do I do with this one? Reroll it and try to get something higher. That sucks, man. Hard is rough. It really is. Right, come on. It's gonna be a 6. Or, you know, give me a 1 again. Oh, do. Right, tech. Tech. You're either going to solve this, you're going to provide assists. How many assists? 2? Yeah, 2 would be good. Or you're going to give the anti-hemorrhagic. So I've got a lot of outs. So that's good. There's a slim chance of dying, but you know, there always is. Okay, that works. I'll take that, and then probably I'll probably bank that. If I re-roll it, the game's going to punish me for being greedy. Right, Commander. You need the med bay. Or the anti-hemorrhagic, which I could save for someone else like the captain. You know, you could go for food, I could go to the life support. Or the med bay. They're all good options. You don't understand how I roll like that. The only confusion is his magic. I think the numbers look higher. I think the numbers look harder than they actually are to roll. And, you know, obviously I agonise it, but if I didn't, you know, if I just focused completely on the game, you know, usually I come up with a plan and then I think about it for like another 5 or 10 minutes, and I still end up with that plan. So the numbers themselves, they're not that bad. It's just I don't like taking risks. I want to keep things at, you know, 100% chance of success or close to it. So rolling the actual numbers themselves is not that bad. It's only if, you know, because you can't always get them, obviously. That would make things pretty messy. But they come quite often. You know, I try to pick things with a high probability, and then I stick with those. Most of my plans are, you know, high probability of working. Have a good evening, Black Coda. So it just looks magic. Right. Commander. Now I go med bay. Life support is also a good option, because I no longer have an energy boost. Right, we've still got weeks to go. So I need dice. Now, of course, obviously I need health as well. Man. I think getting the anti-magic on the commander is a good move right now, rather than going to the med bay. So then I can take him to life support, pick up the easy dice. Now, obviously, she won't get to use them unless she's got health, but I can give her health. It's right there. I might be search bar. So yeah, I think I'm going to go for the easy dice here. You know, getting food, obviously that would be great, but it's not guaranteed. Right, that's good, that's perfect. I'll take all 3 dice. And I'll bank the 6. Good night, Blind Coda. I need this or I'm going to be useless. Your priorities and stuff. And this. Vashel. Aha, the reason your turn takes long, you're sitting there rolling real d6. Oh, Shadow Hassia, thanks for the follow, good sir. You're sitting there rolling real d6s until you've actually skewed the overall probability of rolling certain numbers, so that when you roll the game, it gives you the numbers you want. You still think magic's more likely. So if I was doing any of these things, if I was rolling dice, you guys would hear it, because you'd hear, like, you know, along my desk, because my mic picks up everything here. You know, even when I'm typing, you know, you guys can hear that, yeah? It sounds a lot louder on the mic than it does here, so the mic picks up everything. You know, that sounds really quiet to me here, but you know, the mic, it sounds like I'm bashing the keyboard to death. No magic involved. Dave is just that edgy. Right, okay. Minus dice for everybody, that's obviously bad. Because we need the dice now. We've got nothing to give us dice back. Oh, excuse me. Minus stress. It's all going to be useless for things as well. Minus stress and minus dice. That's also not great. And then we got all minus dice. Great. So minus 1 dice, minus 4, or minus 2, but plus food. Are they all stress options? They are. This one's a double stress option. I'm going to take this one. Plus 1 food, minus 2 dice. Yeah, and then I can give the dice back to the captain. Okay. Your wife says I can't use logic to fool you. You love that David defending himself using physical evidence against the accusation of witchcraft. Yeah, no witchcraft involved. If I was casting, you know, incantations, you know, the mic's always on and you'd hear me like scratching with chalk on the table and stuff. So you would know if I was using magic trickery. Right. What was I thinking? Yeah, obviously the ship's not in good condition. We know that. The ship's always been in bad condition. That's not surprising. It's a hard run. So the ship's a 1. So that said, I mean, plus 2 shit's nice, but I'm gonna take this one. Because reasons. And because I like having the captain on 4 dice. I think minus 2 dice is minus 2, minus 4. Is that right? Plus 3. Wait a minute. Minus 2, minus 2. Plus 3. No, that's not ideal, is it? It is 1 dice that way. And that one's better, but there's no food. Minus 4 dice, plus 1 food. Minus 1 dice. Joy! Joy! Why do you make me have to choose your option? Minus 2 dice. And then we slap the food on the captain, but the commander's out of business. And the command, I mean, that's not too bad. That was not too bad because the commander's on low health anyway. And stress isn't a huge deal. So I don't know. We're only 3 weeks to go. This one gives me slightly overall an advantage, I think. I'm going to take this one because the commander doesn't need the dice as much as everybody else. Should we found the case okay? Note the lack of a cam obviously doesn't show up on camera because he's a mythical creature. Alright. No cam. Oh, from DNA. That makes sense. Yeah. Right. That's it. Right, and then obviously Captain finish this up. Right. The secure, contain, and something protocol has been damaged. Low temp and an object breach. What do we exist? 3. What was I expecting? Yeah, it's winning roughly 25 triple hazard. That makes sense. And then the other 2 there. Yeah. we're within parameters. Okay. Okay. Oh, do you know what I forgot? I forgot about giving triple the health to the dude that needs the health, Commander. Doesn't matter anyway. Right, so Commander obviously can fix low temp. Commander. I can error check the object void. Commander can fit low temp, right? Captain can go across to the flight control. Hopefully fix that, provide a little bit extra boost. If I get lucky, I end up with disaster reduce. Otherwise, it's down to the tech and the specialist to beat that at the end of the ship. Obviously, they can repair the ship instead if they don't end up fixing it. If we get past this week, we've won. So, Commander, Captain. Commander, Captain. Then you got one of these first. Let's say the tech, maybe. Over here, with either of these two things. There is an injury dice there. Spec's got a bit of a chance of dying. Hope I can avoid that. I think that's what I'm going to do. Right. Come on, edgy Commander. Roll well. Or, roll really badly. Did we have an assist? I wasn't paying attention. Of course we got an assist. You always start one. Did I make a mistake? Depends if there was. If somebody could. I don't think so. But it's obviously not optimal using the assist here. But it still may have been the best thing because somebody would have had to run through this, and that's 1 damage. So. Right. Let's re-roll the one, I think. Well, what difference does it make? If I roll a 5 or 6. Anything else? Yeah. Okay, let's re-roll it. Yeah, there we go. And then I can bank the 3, can't I? I can bank the 3. Or I could grab dice. Grabbing dice isn't that bad. But I'm leaning towards getting research. What's next week going to be like? Next week shouldn't be that bad. You would think, but then again, if I run out of dice, that wouldn't be nice either. Did I regain the easy dice? I think the captain can still get research, but it puts me one closer to disaster reduce. So I hate this choice. It's making me pick between being one closer to disaster reduce and 2 dice for almost nothing. Maybe it's next week shouldn't be that bad. Hey Jaden, by the way. Alright. Come on. Dice. Or disaster reduce. I'm going to take the dice because that's a definite. It might be the right thing to do. The right thing to do might be to take the research, and that's disaster reduce and closer to error check as well. But I'm gonna take the 3 dice. Oh, Hey, Jaden. Right, come on. We can do this. Ouch. Injury. Of course, being out of assist, that hurts. Right, I can solve it in 2. I do really want to... Signal control panel damage. The flight control interface relaying inbound and outbound command signals was damaged from loose debris. Okay, famous less words. Next week shouldn't be that bad. Ship explodes. I need that DR and finish the event. Somebody said. Yeah, that makes things nice and simple, doesn't it? So yeah, while I could obviously solve it and get some extra dice, I can get DR, and that will ensure that I can solve the thing at the end of the ship. Now that said, how bad is it? What week are we? I forgot again. We're week 3? Okay, it's pretty bad. And it means I can get dice other ways. Yeah, fill up research possible, exactly. That might be the best move. You know, normally I would take the extra dice, but I have an option of getting the specialist to the greenhouse and trying to get food. So I think you're right. I think I should go. I think I should take disaster reduce while it's there, because you know there's no. I've got no other guarantees of getting 6 in the research project any other time. Right now I've got the guarantee. Yeah, exactly. I'm thinking so, and it will also mean that, of course, that whoever goes to maintenance will be able to fix the ship some, which you know would be nice. If we're going to end with 4 people, then I don't really want to go into the final week with just 1 hull. So yeah, I'm going to do what you said, and I'm going to. I'm going to sneeze, and then we're going to do this. So it's unfortunate we don't get the dice, but you know, having a full research bank is nice. Right, so the specialist. How badly do we need food over needing the ship repaired? The tech will be down to 2, and the specialist herself is going to be down. So getting 2 food would be nice. I think it's worth doing. Obviously we don't get to repair the ship, but I can save that for, you know, the next week. We can repair the ship on the week after this one. So, here we go. The amazing power of disaster reduce saved the day again. And it has saved the day several times. There have been several times where I've had to disaster reduce. But this is one of the ones where I didn't necessarily need it. But there's been times where it's like the only way I could fix everything on the ship was disaster reduce. Alright, here we go. Let's do it. There's no... Yeah, okay, let's do it. Yay! What do we get? Quick patch. That's also good. Right, we want to roll probably a triple, and then maybe a 5 or higher. You know, or 3. You know, I got the pair. I can't really complain. Right, let's get some food, hopefully. Epic and Jade are going to play Rocket League. Ah, I needed a double here. Right. I'm going to hold on to 6. Right. I'm going to hold on to the 5s. And then we just want to roll one more 5. Wow, there's a space in the dice holder. Yeah, let's go for it. Right, well we got a 3. That's kind of unfortunate. I suppose I could ship patch. Right, and now we no longer need to fix the ship. All we have to do is solve the events and we've won. Pretty much. You know, I don't know. If everybody can stay above 3 health as well. So things are looking good. We can just focus on the events now. Of course we still need dice, but that's why I'm here in food. Of course the side project's got to tell me to reduce the ship health now. And I'll have to repair it again, but that's fine. I need a drink. Right. We have +1 food, -2 dice to us. Again, that is okay. We have -30% stress for me, -1 health for all the crew. That will kill people. This one +1 dice for me, -2 health for all crew. That will kill people. So we know which one we're picking there, don't we? It's like, warning, this choice will kill crew. Warning, this choice will kill crew. let's pick the non-crazy options. No. Thinking screenshot it, nah. Right, obviously our dice are getting dodgy, but that's fine. We've only got the last 2 more weeks. We could like kill everybody and eat them, and we'd still probably be okay. No, obviously stress is getting high, but that's what you expect. It's hard. Right, so I'm gonna try and give food to the healthiest. So that would be Joy. And the captain, I guess. Whoa! Oh yeah, no, that's expected. I was like, whoa, whoa, wait, what? Whoa, yeah, no, I think, wait, whoa, yeah. No. Alright, that's worse than last time. We can do this. Because the week is not that bad. Right, wow, where'd all that dice go? Right, well at least the ship isn't going to explode. It might be like -3 health to all, but the ship's not going to explode. Why? I hate the amount of injury dice see. Okay, how am I going to do this? Error void. Error check might help. There's duct tape. There's an anti-hemorrhagic. Okay, so the plan. You think it's the worst you've seen my dice? I've definitely had worse. I've had worse. I've had worse. I think game 26. Maybe. Why is the game getting harder? Am I getting worse at the game? It's like it just seems like the game keeps getting harder and harder instead of getting easier. As long as I'm getting worse at the game, because I'm going downhill. That's what it's like. Right, so I need healthy people, and I need people that can give me assists, and I need a combination of that and stuff. So, right, the specialist has got the least chance of dying, maybe, or the tech. Let's keep watching you tweaking the difficulty. I don't know. Nobody else is having a long losing one. It's everybody I hear is like on like red streaks and stuff are winning now, and it's just for me. The game's getting harder. All right, tech, you're gonna not gonna roll a lot of fours. Yeah, you don't roll a lot of fours, but one of them's gonna be a 5, and then why does my thing keep saying that I've started streaming? I haven't stopped. It's broken. That's this. I think it's whips. They keep saying that I've started streaming. Maybe they're having a problem. It's only said it twice tonight, but I got confused because I haven't been disconnected or anything. Right, okay, so the tech is going to fix this and then probably try and boost assists. So that I've got at least 2. Then, I don't know. You know, I could easily lose people. It would kind of suck to lose people to injury on this week. It's possible because the health is not the best. Yeah, I gotta pretty much do this with the tech and the captain, and then the specialist and the commander, they give that a shot. If I get over check, that might help. I've got duct tape. Right, so the main problem is that I'll need assists throughout the entire thing. And that's gonna be tricky, to be fair, because the only one who can give me assists is Joy. And the captain's gonna burn them all. Okay, this turns a lot trickier than it looks. Let's screenshot. You know, I thought I'd won, and then it gives me this week. Game 20. We're on 28, aren't we? Why do I keep thinking it's 27? You know, I thought I'd won, and that this week wouldn't be too bad. Now health is a problem again. Okay. So assists. Okay. What are some alternatives? The alternative is to get the commander to the med bay, and then the captain will have to pick up something to boost health as well, and we just let that one slide. That's a possibility. So I get the captain to the med bay. Sorry, I get the commander to the med bay, and he tries to roll a 6, and then the captain will obviously have to take the anti-power magic at some point. That's a possibility, and we just let that one go off twice. And we fix the cog plate. So let's work on that. Let's work on fixing the cog plate first. Because it's not the end of the world if we don't fix that one. Right, so... Oh, man. Okay, so that means the captain can take this at some point. Captain... so tech, maybe... I mean, it means I can pull out 3 assists here. I can ignore this and pull out 3 assists here. Commander, though, is going to be here, obviously. So, Commander to the med bay. We know the ship's not going to explode. So technically, as long as we don't run out of health, we've won. Because whatever happens, the ship's not going to explode. Yeah, unless I get, you know, really bad side projects, which is possible. So, Commander's got to get to the med bay. Then, you know, I have duct tape, so I can fix this, but there's probably a safer way. And then the specialist obviously can maybe go here, or I can let Joy tank this. I'm gonna let Joy tank this. Let's see what happens. But I'm aiming for pick up this at some point. But I don't need to do it immediately because one of these could probably pick up the anti-object off the cannon. Right, so I'll do it this way. Hopefully we get some good numbers. Well, we didn't hit any hazards. The numbers aren't the best. You know, I don't need to repair the ship. I'm tempted to repair the ship anyway, and just reroll one of them. No, I need to reroll more than one if I'm going to get this. Or what happens? I can reduce it to 20 and boost my assist up. Whatever happens. I think I should just reroll them all. No, wait a minute. Yeah, I think I should just reroll them all. But I'm not 100% on that. I can sacrifice the commander as well. You know, this all these spec could grab 3 assists. There's so many options. Well, the spec could grab 3 assists, and then I can send the commander in here. Well, there's a chance the commander dies. I think he's only on 2 dice though, isn't he? Why does the spec pick up assists? After the captain comes in. I'm going to do what my instincts say. Check would be nice. Don't have it. Or I could bank the 1. Screw it. Maybe I'll just bank the 1. Yeah, I'll just bank the 1. Oh, I don't need it. I don't need void though. I don't need our check. Just hate that we're rolling the 1 means I'm going to burn the assist. But the worst case scenario is that I don't fix this. Right, I'm going to re-roll them all. Because we'll get hopefully higher numbers. All that. Well, at least I didn't hit the assist. Some of the anti-hand magic though, yeah. Well, hopefully I don't. You know, to get it, I'd have to put 3 in anyway, and I could only put 2 in. Put the 1 in for duct tape, so it comes up in its place. I could do, but I wouldn't have much research left over, but somebody else could maybe get it. No, I'll do it this way. So I'll buy the assist, so it's nice and safe for the commander to come in. You know, it might be completely safe, but it'll be pretty safe for 3 assists. I also reduced it by a decent amount. And this just protects me from crazy side projects that wreck the ship. Although I'll probably get the suicidal ones instead because stress is high. Right, commander. Can solve it with 3 dice. But I don't have them. Keep close though. Just not listening to Fallout Boys. I guess I end up banking the 2. Is there any point rolling again? I'd be risking the captain more. So I don't know. We'll do okay, even if I lose so the commander. Right. Spec. I think you may as well give that a bash. And then I can always buy the if I think it's close for the commander, I can always buy the anti-hammer magic on the commander. And have him come in as well. Just don't roll 3 1s. Okay, that kind of works. I have 9. Right, yeah, let's bring in the commander, I think. And then, you know, even if the commander rolls something horrendous like double 1, I've got duct tape, so I should solve this. You're late! You're late! MCC override is late. You know, if it had turned up, I consider that one of the best research. If that turned up earlier, that might have helped. No, it's late. You're too late. You missed the party. MCC override. MC Hammer. You missed it. Alright. Whatever I roll, I should beat this. Unless I roll a pair of 2s or something like that. Okay, yeah, that's possible. Just don't roll like a lot of 2s. Right, that works. Alright, that's finally done. It was sure I couldn't touch it. Can't touch this. Yeah. MC override. Okay. Hopefully we've won now. You know, I've won before, but week 2 got in the way. Plus 2 assists with no benefit. Okay. No, wait, what? No downside? Plus 2 assists with no downside. That I have not seen. Right, obviously I could take the one that reduces the shit, but this is unusual. 28. No real downside, you know, other than the stress renewers. This is insane. Looked at the sanity, yeah, they were indeed insane. Right, obviously that one would kill Joy. That one's not too bad. Plus 2 assists, which we only need if there's something crazy at the front of the ship. So if there's something crazy at the front of the ship. I'm pretty sure Joy, the commander, I'm pretty sure we'll solve it. Joy, commander, and duct tape safely. That said, yeah, no, we'll be fine. It's not like we have to move through anything. And the ship can take, you know, a little bit of damage. Right. No food, obviously. Right, it's at the front of the ship. 1 week to go. You know, this would be a good time to murder and eat Joy. Partly crazy, partly German. Right, okay. Okay. We can do this. Okay. We can do this. Who did I say? Joy. Joy can go to the front. Yeah, because nobody else got a chance to fix it. Joy can go to the front. And she can try to pull out some assists. Maybe. Yeah. I think that's a semi-good idea. See how it goes. Come on. Do not wipe. Do not roll a lot of 3s. Alright, that's good. In fact, that's very good. That's solved. We've got a clean ship. I'll take that. Right. Don't even need to turn on movement damage. Let's just roll high. 5. There you go. For patient. Eat Joy. We win. Right. Now the commander. There you go. That looks good. Now the specialist. Rocket 2, I guess. Well, that's not super ideal, but it'll do. Yep. Another game done. Right. Keep phone 4. So we just want a 3. There we go. Perfect. Everybody invite control. There you go. Somebody outside the ship. They're gonna land on Mars from the outside. Nice, Ben. Welcome back. Can you Druid? Druid is off, but I think the others work. One works. You can one of the others. Yep. Congrats, Ben. Yeah. Another win on hard, that's good. Let's go then. And Cloaker. You'd probably have to send me the link to Cloaker again. I think I can edit if I can remember where I've got to put the files. I don't, but I'm sure I could find the thing for it. I think it just has to be somewhere on hard drive actually. And as long as it can find it on the hard drive, then I can add any sound. Perfect music for the end. Yeah, it's pretty good. Right, it's 28. That's good. Oh man, and that's a win streak of 5 on hard for me, I guess. And there we go, let's go 28. Screen all the screenshots. I gotta screenshot the hard ones, I think. This is game number. Can't remember my my French would be half Spanish. Veni Archie, it's Spanish, isn't it? French is Van Oui, I think. so it might not be. Game 28. Fifth half mode win streak. I'll be surprised. You know, I still don't think I'm gonna get to 30, but if I get 30, I'll be surprised as well. Well, 42, you got a great score, nice. These 5 night songs. You had to murder the psychologist for food. Yeah, not surprised. Think about it. If I did random, then I know lots of people and I'd be like, oh, I didn't do that person. I can eat them for food. Right. Perhaps they should add. Nothing wrong with that, but enough times you have to eat. I wonder if you lose even more sanity when you cannibalise the psychologist. Perhaps they should add a clown, but they taste funny when you cannibalise them. How do you know that? I read it on the internet, so it must be true. Alright. Okay, that's the 28th. Man, that game was you know, that game was quite rough. Tharsis. If I ever get above that 13.8. 13.8? Alright. Okay. Man. Okay, so obviously no more games because I'm wrecked. I'm tired again now. I think 2 games a day does me in, unless I was at a stream earlier in the day. Right. Yeah, that's good. Let's turn this off. Somebody, who was it that mentioned the trivia? I can't remember now. I think they're gone, but somebody mentioned it earlier. Or are they gone? And let me have a look. I can't remember who it was. But I think they wanted me to put the trophy on earlier. Thanks, Fashel, I will. I'm the only person that can get a rank right now until I send it on. Thanks, Jaden. Later.